Hi YouTube friends, welcome to my channel. So today I'll be filming a trash to treasure video, always one of my favorites. I'll show you what I've got here. First I have this old clock that doesn't work anymore, and I think I'm going to make a sign out of it. I really like the frame part. I thought maybe I could incorporate a French country shabby chic look to it. The next item here is an oatmeal can, and last I have these jumbling towers or Jenga pieces. It's a game that the boys used to play where you see how high you can stack them, and we just kind of had them lying around here, not in use anymore. And of course I began eyeing the pretty, natural wood color they are. So I have a few projects in mind that I think I might try to make with them. So join me as I work on these projects and enjoy. What I have here are two different games, and the one has the word Jenga on both sides of each little piece of wood. And I didn't get a video of it, but I went ahead and sanded that off, and I got them to look like this. Faintly you can see, there used to be a word there, but I think it's going to work. And I just sanded the amount of pieces that I actually need for my little project here. The other game did not have any words, and we'll work with those first. What I'm putting together here is a small wooden tray, and I think trays are so handy to have around, sometimes to, carry stuff if you're relaxing somewhere and you want a snack and maybe a glass of water, or just to use it as a decoration purpose. And I love the color of these wood pieces, and I just thought it would make a cute little tray. I, of course, will be using glue to fasten this. And in my case, I have an air source down here in the basement where I'm working, so I'll be using my air nailer. But if you would not have access to an air nailer, I'm pretty sure if you would use like an E6000 glue, it would take a little bit more time, as far as you might have to, clamp it together and wait for it to dry. But it would still work, I'm pretty sure. But again, in this case, since I have the air source, I have a nailer, and I have just a common wood glue. It's much quicker this way, just to glue it and pin it. I have my two sections together, but of course there's no way for me to get any pins into the middle here, or any nails to fasten these together. So what I'll do is use my E6000 glue, glue it together, and then clamp them. So for the past few hours, this tray has been in the clamps, and I feel like the glue is nice and cured. Now I gotta say, I can tell this tray is not meant to carry, a bunch of weight. It's slightly, wobbly, and unless I would reinforce the back here by maybe putting a, 1/8 inch thick plywood piece over all these, wood pieces here, and then maybe nail it to each little piece. That would definitely reinforce it. And I could even add little wooden legs on each corner, bring it off the surface of your counter or wherever. I think that would also make a cute tray, but for me right now, I'm just really liking the look of it just lying flat like this, and I'm pretty sure I'm just going to use it for decorating purposes anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and just add little handles here using 2 more pieces of wood, and I think I'll call it finished then. For the next project here, using these Jenga pieces, I plan to assemble a simple lantern of sorts, something to maybe set a candle inside. Nothing fancy here, but what I'm doing here is just creating a base and then, 4 posts. And thankfully these all nicely fit together. It won't be perfectly square, which is fine. But I do know I want my post to be probably 3 pieces high here. I could go 2, but I think 3 is going to look better. So what I'll do first is just create my 4 posts by, gluing them together, and then probably just wrapping like jute cord or something over the, where the pieces meet, so we don't see that. You can probably guess what I plan to do with this oatmeal can. I've done it before in my videos already, and I probably wouldn't even film it here, but I was going to do it anyway because I actually need the can for something, and I thought while I'm at it anyway, I'll just share it with you. But we have a new bathroom out in the Etsy shop, and I don't really have a cupboard or a place to store the extra toilet paper rolls, and I've seen on Pinterest already how rolls of toilet paper fit perfectly into these cans, and I thought, why not make one pretty and maybe set it on the toilet tank as a place to store the rolls. I'm using a scrap of wallpaper that we sell on the Etsy shop. You've seen it many times before in my videos, but I thought this would go so well with the style that's in there. Oftentimes for projects like this, I will use my cutter and cutting mat, but it's downstairs and I'm just going to use what I have up here. It won't take long to cut out this piece. Normally I probably wouldn't have to remove the old label, but I accidentally cut my piece a little too short and I was afraid that the label would show. I've got a broken glass knob here. Well, the glass isn't broken, but the knob part broke off of the base. And I think I'm going to go ahead and just glue that onto the lid here just for an added decoration. It really serves no purpose other than just to, look pretty. I'm using my E6000 glue for this. It's guaranteed to stick if you use that. For the clock, I'm using Kills chalk paint. It's a nice white color, not stark white, but kind of more of an off-white. I want a French design of sorts put onto this round sign, and here I am designing it on Cricut Design Space. Many of you may have seen last week's video where I had shared a few projects using my brand new Cricut, which I'm still kind of getting used to, but I have been really enjoying it. I'm going to go ahead and use my Oracle 631 vinyl, which we use all the time, and I have not used it with the Cricut so far, but I'm going to see how it works here. I have a link down below in the description box to the Cricut website. I'm kind of excited about it. It is my first affiliate link that I've ever used. I've done some Amazon things, but this is the first one from an actual company. It does not change any prices for you guys, but if you would use my link to order anything off of the Cricut website, I do get a small commission. So what happened here is as I started pulling my excess vinyl off, I probably could have gotten it done just taking some more time, but it was kind of hard to pull that off without pulling my letters up, and I believe I didn't have everything set just quite right for this Oracle 631 vinyl, so I'm going to try again using a premium vinyl setting. It is really frustrating when weeding or pulling off excess vinyl on a decal when letters keep wanting to come up off the backing. It actually felt kind of good to just crumble it up and throw it away. So I finally managed to get this decal transferred. It was a bit of a challenge. I'm not sure I'm thinking it probably is just the fonts that I chose. Some fonts are just so much easier than others. I had been planning on having this decal available on my Etsy shop, but I think I'm going to have to change some of the fonts, make them just a little bit bolder, easier to weed. It's one thing just transferring one decal, but if you have to do it many times, I would feel bad for the girl that does my decals. So I think I'll go ahead and change them. So make sure if you decide to order this that you check out the fonts to make sure you're okay with them. I couldn't resist not doing a coastal theme here with this lantern. Our living room, of course, is not coastal right now, but just for the video's sake, I kind of set this up, and I even have a candle burning in here from a possible new scent that we will carry. It's called Sea Salt and Orchid, so that even is fitting to the theme. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and are maybe inspired to think twice about some of those things that are maybe just laying around, not in use anymore. Maybe there's something else that could be done with them. And then of course, before just throwing everything away, think twice. There may be some life left in the item. It's so much fun to repurpose things like this. As always, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Thanks so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye!